In a world where commercial rhythms often drown out the message, one artist rose from the hills of Jamaica to restore meaning to the music. His name is Protoje, a poet, a rebel, a revivalist. This is not just a biography. This is the story of a man who reignited a movement, reshaped reggae, and inspired a new generation to feel every word, every note, and every heartbeat. Born Oj Ken Olivier on June 14, 1981, in the lush parish of St. Elizabeth, Jamaica, Protoje was destined to carry the torch of sound and consciousness. His mother, Lorna Bennett, once ruled the reggae charts in the 1970s with her sultry hit, Breakfast in Bed. His father, Mike Olivier, a calypso king from St. Vincent, brought a different rhythm to his roots. Music was in his DNA, but it was pressure, not privilege, that sculpted Protoje. Pressure to find his voice, pressure to speak truth in a noisy world. He flirted with law and toyed with hip-hop, but the ancestral call of reggae echoed louder than any other path. And he didn't return to imitate. He came back to revolutionize. In 2010, Protoje made his mark with the 7-Year Itch. The track, Rasta Love, featuring Kaimani Marley, wasn't just a hit. It was a declaration of intent. Protoje wasn't here to ride waves. He was here to build his own. His follow-up albums, The 8-Year Affair, 2013, and Ancient Future, 2015, solidified his place in the reggae renaissance. The latter featured Who Knows, a soul-stirring collaboration with Chronix that turned into an international anthem. They weren't just reviving reggae's golden sound, they were reviving its golden spirit. Protoje was a leader in the reggae revival movement, joining forces with other visionaries like Kabaka Pyramid, Jesse Royal, and Jar 9. This movement wasn't about nostalgia, it was about awakening. And the world took notice. He toured relentlessly, from Coachella and Glastonbury to Lollapalooza Chile and Soli DXB in Dubai, igniting crowds with a sound that fused roots reggae with hip-hop, soul, jazz, and a fearless lyrical conscience. His genre-blending approach, full of grit and grace, drew praise from Rolling Stone, Vogue, The Fader, Nylon, and Uproxx. His 2018 album, A Matter of Time, earned a Grammy nomination for Best Reggae Album, a milestone that confirmed what fans already knew. Protoje was not just a Jamaican treasure, he was a global voice for truth and resilience. He performed on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, NPR's Tiny Desk Concert, and The Late Show with Stephen Colbert's Sharks Play at Home series, broadcasting his message far beyond the islands. But Protoje wasn't satisfied with personal success. He wanted to lift others. So he founded Indignation Collective, his own label and management company, to nurture and launch the careers of rising stars like Lila Ike, Savannah, and Jazz Elise. In 2020, he struck a groundbreaking deal with RCA Records and Six Course Records, securing individual album deals for each of these artists while maintaining the heart of Indig.Nation's vision. It was unprecedented, it was powerful, and it proved that reggae's future was in good hands. With the release of In Search of Lost Time in 2020 and Third Time's the Charm in 2022, Protoje showed the world he wasn't just consistent, he was evolving. These albums stretched boundaries, mixing experimental production with introspective storytelling. He sang of Babylon, broken systems, the ache of love, and the triumph of resistance. His voice was calm but commanding. His words, surgical. His impact, undeniable. Protoje is married to Lindsay Lodenquai, a creative director, visual artist, and the force behind New Wave Jamaica. The couple shares a daughter named Yara, born in 2017, and motherhood deeply shaped Lindsay's creative journey, inspiring her to follow her artistic passions full-time. Lindsay's role extends beyond home life. She co-founded and leads New Wave Jamaica and helped design the curated, arts-driven environment for Protoje's NPR Tiny Desk concert. Their family life embodies creativity, ambition, and mutual support, blending art, music, and motherhood. On the financial front, Protoje's net worth reflects his multifaceted career in music, production, touring, and label management. His YouTube channel alone, with over 750,000 subscribers and nearly 500 million views, generates estimated earnings of roughly $5,000 per month, contributing to an overall net worth of approximately $584,000. Other estimates suggest his 2024 revenue may have reached $965,000, while some insiders place his total worth closer to $2 million, considering income from his label, Indignation Collective, and global touring. Between creative output and entrepreneurial ventures, Protoje has built a prosperous and influential reggae empire. Protoje isn't just a revolutionary musician. He's also deeply committed to preserving Jamaican culture and uplifting his community. He champions the traditional craft of handmade Rasta crowns, commissioning 15 to 20 unique pieces from veteran artisans in Kingston and working to build a digital platform and launch his Izim brand to help them sell their creations globally, reviving a dying art and generating economic opportunity. Beyond fashion, he's invested in storytelling, developing music-inspired film projects rooted in Jamaica's social and economic history to educate and amplify local voices through art. Through these efforts, Protoje blends cultural stewardship, entrepreneurship, and creative activism, honoring tradition while building sustainable futures for his people. Protoje stands today not merely as a reggae artist, but as a griot, a messenger for the people, a craftsman of sound and substance, a builder of platforms, not just playlists. From his humble beginnings in St. Elizabeth to headlining global festivals, he's never forgotten his mission: elevate the mind, empower the soul, and energize the people. He didn't wait for space in the industry. He carved out his own lane and paved it for others to follow. And in a world that often forgets the message behind the music, Protoje remains a towering reminder. Sound is power. And with that power, he heals, teaches, and inspires. This is Protoje, not just a name, a movement, a revolution in rhythm. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories that vibe with truth.